Every family has a secret. Every scar has a story. This is Soulfables.
When my grandmother died, she left me one thing, an old brass key. Not money, not jewelry, just a key and a note.
Along with the key, she left a note. The note read, "Don't let them find what's behind the portrait." Something felt wrong. Nobody talked much. Every time someone mentioned Grandma's house, the room went silent.
3 days later, I returned to the old family home. The house smelled of dust and memories. Every room seemed frozen in time. Then, I remembered the note. Don't let them find what's behind the portrait. There was only one portrait everyone knew. It had been there my entire life. I pulled it from the wall. Nothing. Then I saw it. A hidden keyhole. The key fit perfectly. Inside was a metal box. And inside that box, there were dozens of letters, but none were from my grandfather. The letters belonged to a man named Samuel, a man nobody had ever mentioned. As I read through them, a shocking truth emerged. Before marrying my grandfather, my grandmother had been engaged to Samuel.
They were deeply in love.
I'll always come back for you.
I'll wait forever.
Then one day, Samuel disappeared. No goodbye, no explanation, nothing. Heartbreak, she eventually married my grandfather and never spoke to Samuel again. Or so everyone thought. The final letter revealed the truth.
Samuel didn't leave. He was forced away.
Leave. You're not good enough for her.
"40 years earlier, Samuel came from a poor family. Grandmother's parents believed he wasn't worthy of her. So they paid him to leave the town. When he refused, they threatened to ruin his life. Eventually, he disappeared. Not because he stopped loving her, because he had no choice." My hands shook as I finished reading. But the biggest shock was still waiting. Samuel was alive. Or at least he had been when the picture was taken, a recent photograph.
The next morning, I drove there. I needed answers. The address led to a small house at the edge of town. An elderly man answered the door. The moment he saw the photograph in my hand, his eyes filled with tears.
Before I could speak, he whispered,
Is she gone?
I nodded. He closed his eyes, as though a part of him had just left his world.
We talked for hours.
I loved her every day of my life. I never married, never had children. I kept every letter she ever wrote, and every year on her birthday, I visited the town from a distance, hoping to catch a glimpse of her, but never approached. I didn't want to destroy the life she had built.
Before I left, he handed me a small envelope. Inside was a photograph of him and my grandmother. On the back was a message, written in her handwriting. If fate keeps us apart, you know that I loved you until my last breath. I couldn't hold back tears. When I returned home, I gathered the family. It's time everyone knows the truth. The silence, the tension, the secrets. Everything finally made sense. My grandmother had spent her life protecting a story she thought would hurt everyone. But in the end, the truth did the opposite. It healed us. Now I finally understand. Sometimes the deepest family secrets aren't hidden because they're evil. Sometimes they're hidden because they were born from love, loss, and impossible choices. The truth doesn't tear a family apart. It finally puts the broken pieces back together.